You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey Days fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for November 18th through the 29th. Doug passes away. Hope and Ciara are back to Salem, and many, many other returns for his funeral. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not following us, please click that subscribe button now. Let's get started with the action coming on Monday, November 18th. Abe is hoping that the show is past its run of bad luck, and we've got the premiere of the soap Salem's Gathering to watch. Johnny is struggling to keep that cheating secret from Chanel, and in the promo, there's that scene where he's asleep, he's having a nightmare, saying, "No, Joy, we can't do this," and Chanel is listening, and that's going to be pretty hard to explain when he wakes up. And Javi and Leo are sharing some romantic times. Tuesday, November 19th, Alex and Joy are rehearsing, and they are running lines together, and this new friendship could prove problematic from her by the end of the first week. Johnny feels like he is unworthy of Chanel and doesn't deserve her, and I agree. And Lady Whistleblower makes a shocking comeback the same day that Gabi is giving Javi a lot of grief about getting involved with Leo, and he doesn't want to hear about it from her. He's pushing back hard. Wednesday, November 20th, Cat has come up with a risky but very clever plan on how they can deal with Clyde Weston and get what they need, which is find out what happened to her mom, hopefully get her mom back, get Abigail's remains back. And so she shares this with Chad. And then we've got Chad and JJ. They are going to unfold this risky plan to JJ, who is insistent that he wants to be involved, even though he knows we're talking a life or death level of risk. JJ opens up to Gabi, and I'm sure that's going to be about Cat and what's going on there, because he already told Chad he wasn't going to keep quiet. And Leo thinks that Javi betrayed him. He goes off on him, and I wonder if he thinks that Javi is the one who has decided to be the new Lady Whistleblower. I don't think he is. Thursday, November 21st, Ava gives Brady a piece of her mind, and it may lead to them getting into a clinch because they are going to be coupling up pretty soon. And Holly realizes something about Tate. Now, you know, Tate has slept with Sophia, and then he almost slept with her again and called Holly's name, and this boy is just making a mess. I do give them credit for, I feel like, writing a teenage boy accurately to some extent, you know? And I just am very curious what Holly realizes that, you know, his libido is driving his actions. I don't know. Sarah is so eager now that she's had the serum to just get up on her feet and walk. She's expecting like an insta miracle, and I think she's going to be disappointed when it doesn't go that way, because it is not going to go that way. She needs to allow time for those nerve endings and all that tissue to heal and restore. Dr. Rolfe is a miracle worker, but she needs to give it time. Sophia is very upset about what happened with Tate, and that she, you know, slept with him because she really cares about him, and Tate, as far as she can see, was using her for sex. And Erin tries to be very supportive. Now, Erin really liked her, but she just really wanted, you know, hottie with a body Tate. So I wonder if she is going to turn around and give Erin the time of day. Poor kid, you know, but maybe he'll be her rebound romance. Friday, November 22nd, we have got Johnny in a super duper tough spot with Chanel. So this may actually be the day in the promo where we have got that whole nightmare scenario, literal nightmare, where he says the thing about no Joy, we can't do it. And what's he going to say? Like, oh, I was talking about something at work, you know, something like that. No, she can't do that on the set. There's no way to explain it. Meanwhile, and for some bizarre reason, Joy is hanging out with Alex at his apartment, or she drops by, and she decides to tell him what she did with Johnny. She tells him about the one night stand, and hopefully she'll give him the context that, you know, she was at Small Bar alone, and, Johnny was telling her that his wife cheated on him. And so that was her perspective going into this one night stand. She didn't know who he was. She didn't know who Chanel was. And she made a whoopsie. And Alex, as a, card carrying certified himbo, should understand, casual sex. But he is a friend of Chanel's. And I don't think there's any chance that he's going to sit on this, but we'll see. Joy almost spilled it to Leo. She just seems to want to tell somebody when she doesn't want Johnny to tell Chanel, when she basically should just rent a megaphone and shout it in Horton Square. Kristen catches Brady and Ava, kind of close, arms around each other, looking real close. And she wants to know what's going on there. Why are you pressing up against her? What's happening? And she demands to know if he is going to give them another chance. And I don't think she's going to like the answer because in a spoiler photo for the week, she goes over to the hospital and tries to physically assault poor Sarah, who is still in the hospital bed. So Kristen is enraged that Sarah got this serum and Kristen got nothing. That's why I think Brady's going to say, nah, we're not trying again. And, Kristen's going to, shake that serum out of her body. Just awful. So Sarah is determined to get back on her feet again and relearn to walk. So she's just pushing. She's pushing and pushing. And we do know from scenes in the Day of Days promo that by the time the Christmas tree is up, she and Xander are dancing. So that could be anytime, after Thanksgiving all the way to New Year's when Christmas trees are up in Salem. Philip runs into Stephanie and things are awkward, but in the Day of Days promo, there's a kiss. They are all into each other and they are partying and romantic together on New Year's Eve. All right, going into the week of November 25th through the 29th, Doug Williams passes away. And Julie is devastated. I can't even fathom the level of incredible professionalism that Susan Seaforth Hayes is demonstrating, losing her husband, losing Bill Hayes, and then essentially losing him all over again by going through this loss on camera for all of us to see and showing up. And hopefully it's healing and cathartic for her. I just can't even imagine because those tears she's shedding are real. And I am just going to just open a brand new box of Kleenex because I don't want to run out watching all of this. So Eli and Lonnie are in town to comfort Julie. Jack and Jennifer are there to comfort her. JJ's already in town, which is good. A ton of returns are hitting town for Doug's funeral, which is on December 4th to coincide with the 15,000th episode of Days of Our Lives. So the following week will be the funeral. And we're going to see Marie Horton, Stephen Olsen, Liz Chandler, Sean Brady, Ciara Brady, and Lucas Horton. We are getting Hope Brady as well, but not Bo Brady. Seems like he is still in his coma, but he's coming out soon. Also, looks like Alex may spill Joy and Johnny's dirty secret, and Ava and Brady are heating up. But the main focus is going to be, Doug's decline and losing him. And just in terms of preemptions and things like that, now that Days has moved over to Peacock, they don't do any kind of preemptions for holidays. So you can watch a new episode on Thanksgiving Day and on Black Friday when you need to get away from your family, avoid football, and if you don't want to shop, you got Days of Our Lives to watch both days.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.